Greetings and salutations, such dear, beautiful souls. So much love, light, gratitude, appreciation, explanation point of joy. Joy, 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 joy. Finding joy, finding play. Play, 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 play. Joy and play. Joy and play. And totally, joyfully learning as we go. As we make more room for the elf. So, Elf has decided to take a few moments. It's been a while. It's been a while since Elf has done a video and chatted. And shared some of me perceptions and things that are in my awareness. The biggest one, stepping up. Glowing up. Owning it. Being the change, not waiting for the change. Stop waiting for the change. No other way to put this. Stop waiting for the change. Be the change. And you're saying this a year ago on a mountaintop. Still now a year. Stop it. Okay? Let's do this organization. Let's get these communities going. Let's help each other out. And don't do it selfishly, because then it's just going to flap back to your face. Don't do it with expectations. Just help because you can. Just help because you can. Care too, but help because you can. Changes and shifts everything. Stop doing the stars on Dars kind of situation. You know, they got that, they got this, they got that. I want this, I want that. I got lack. Lack is in the mind. It's a game. Lack is in the mind. Many could see that my hands are empty, but my hands are extremely full. An abundance of health, love, and wealth. Did you guys see that? I did. That was cool. They're coming in. Anyhow, so, how do we get there? How do we do these things? How do we build these platforms? How do we get there? Well, finding people that are worthy and that want to invest in buying empty buildings in towns and creating that town and using that space wisely for the highest good of all involved. Everything involved. Not even just all, but everything involved. Oh, yeah. Utopia is not a thing. It is a thing. You know, it's a real thing. We can have that. We already have it, technically. We're just managing it in a big bad way. Yeah. But hey, we're learning. We've learned from our mistakes, letting go of the past. Now let's create, let's go forward, let's step up, let's glow up. You know? Get what are your skills? What are your skills? What do you love to do? Then apply it. And then put it out with the community. And then apply that. And then apply that. And then create communities throughout this beautiful planet Earth to just share and care. You know? Do it the right way. If lack of better words. Because there is no wrong or right on this level. But do it with the benefit of the highest good of all involved. You know? Not just me. But it is all about me. It truly is. So many levels. But that's it. You know? And I don't mind sharing. I love sharing. Sharing is caring. No matter how it is. Be it helping somebody out doing something simple. Or it's helping somebody out doing something complex. Helping somebody out by just being there. Holding space. Helping somebody by, holding a door open for someone. Simple. Continue. Level it up. Step it up now. Finding the right tribes to gather together. You know. Finding those right individuals that fit. You know. Because there's going to be many tribes. Because there's people that have certain likes and dislikes. We can all still cohabitate together no matter what. Who they are. Or how they are. But if they choose to want to be somewhere else, yeah, cool. That's why we have many tribes. It's a thing. Many communities. Some small, some large. Yeah. Me has seen like New York City in a totally different form, and it's beautiful. Things are going to shift and change, definitely. On the human level as well as the physical level of this beautiful earth. That change is coming. I like how my friend was saying, we've been preparing and training for this lifetime that we're here. The Olympics are now. Game is on. Time to step up. Time to play. Are you a player? Are you in? Or are you out? Are you a bench warmer? What are you doing? Are you a spectator on that level? I mean, you don't know what you're going to do on that. That's choices. It is totally choices. Me's in the game. Me knows you're going to win because me is in the game. That. Facts. Me's got a new nickname, which I love. I love this new nickname. Fortune Cookie. Me likes that. Me's definitely thinking of setting up another channel, just Fortune Cookie, and doing like card readings or something, of that nature. These things. Getting communities together. Having other communities, having other YouTubers. Even if you don't have any videos on your channel, do a Zoom with somebody who does live stuff and live streams. Get heard and seen. Don't be just letters on a screen. Bing. Yeah. Gathering together and sharing, definitely. And I mean sharing on all levels of that vulnerability, that transparency, no matter who you're talking to. Remaining yourself, remaining your true self. It's okay if people don't get you. Because in a way, that sooner or later they are going to get it. Or they don't. It's their choice. And that's the beauty of it. But the ones that do vibe with you and do get it, work with that. See what they got. See what you got in your toolbox. Maybe you guys got some similar tools. Maybe you don't. Maybe they needed a tool that you got. Maybe you got a tool that so back and forth. But sharing also isn't like not just like by doing things and helping people out, but also by sharing like whatever it is you're thinking. Sharing is whatever you're feeling. Sharing whatever is really going on with you. That true vulnerability. Don't be walking around and saying like, oh, I'm great. But inside it's like, it's a war zone. Say it. It's a war zone going on in me right now. And say why. You'd be surprised. Might be doing some good healing for you and for that other person. Who knows? It's how it is. Working with what one's got too, that sharing and caring thing, if there's things that I have that, that me thinks that me doesn't need that much and somebody else does, bam, you got it. It's yours. Me will get more. We'll just create more. We'll just manifest more. Start small with manifestations. Start something simple, small. Then work your way. Gotta learn to walk before we can run. You're still crawling, coasting. Although we're getting into more upright. We're letting go. We're letting go of the furniture and we're not coasting so much. We're actually, taking some steps and learning that balance. And we're all learning that balance. All of us. We're all integrating this awesomeness that we're figuring out that we truly are. I love this rad thing. Me remembers I had a t-shirt. Yeah. Me remembers me having a t-shirt. I think it was like, we'll go 12, 13, 12, somewhere around there. Yeah. And it was a duck and it had like a punk haircut. And at that time he had a similar kind of punk haircut with the mohawk thing. And a duck tail. Or no, a rat's tail they call it. I don't know. Yeah. But anyhow, so the t-shirt was really, really cool. And when she said you're rad, and I was like, yeah, rad. The image popped right back in my head. I was like, oh my God. I remember that t-shirt. I am rad. Me never thought me would be this old. One. Me never thought that me would be doing YouTube videos. Two. Me never thought me was going to be doing like 99.9% of the stuff that me's done in my life. And I've done a lot. We've done a lot. Me, myself, and I. We've done a lot. We've been a lot of places. Here on Earth as well. For reals. We almost went on a tangent. Lost it there. So being rad. We're all rad. We're all stars. We're all shining. We're all awesomeness. Each one of us is awesomeness. It just brings me back again to the snowflake. It's so divine and awesome. Each one so beautiful. It's just amazing. But we have a tendency to take it for granted and get annoyed with it, don't we? Working on that one, aren't we? Mm-hmm. As a collective, we are working on that. Appreciating. Because without that snow, we wouldn't have so much water. It's a good balance. And, like there's this line in the song, and I agree, that our bodies are the same amount of water that there is on the earth. It's equal. So, water is also a necessity for humans and other animals and creatures. So snow is good. Rain is good. All weather is good. Yeah. It's not a bad day. There's no more bad days. Those things do not exist. That's an old program, for reals. And rewriting that program. Watching your word patterns, how you're speaking to yourself, how you're speaking to others. Being aware is how to change that program, because without the awareness, you're not catching it. Without catching it, you're just loop de loop de loop de loop de loop de loop de loop. You're like this beautiful yo-yo that me plays with. He loves this yo-yo. He has fun with the yo-yo. So it's just taking that time for yourself to know thyself. Like everybody says, know thyself. To know thyself is a beautiful thing, because then when you see these patterns, you see these things that you would like to change about yourself, for you only. Don't change it for me. Don't change it for anybody else, because that's not going to work. That is a proven fact. It may look great in the beginning, but in the end, it just gets really muckety. Really muckety. Indeed. Remembering how to shine. It's remembering what it is that you're really, really, really good at. You're really passionate about. That's one way to shine. Dancing, singing. It's another good way to shine. Going for walks out in the nature. Hugging trees. It's a really good way to shine. Changing something in your daily habits. Just a little something. For you. For you and you yourself only. Not for anybody else. I'll keep doing that. and you'll watch change happen faster, and it's easier. It's easier to deal, not to deal, deal is not a good word. It's easier to incorporate and to integrate change because we are constantly changing. Me is constantly changing. Seconds to seconds, me is constantly changing. Me's said this before, me will say it again. Forever changing. Me wakes up, me a different person. Me goes to bed, me a different person. And it's fun. It's so much fun. Every day, me learn something more new about me too, as well. Mm-hmm. I'm creating a new pattern to where my weaknesses are now me strengths. Using my weaknesses wisely as well. Not being afraid to ask, because if no one, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. So take the chance, ask. Asking for help is not shameful. That's part of that old programming. But don't manipulate to get things with sympathy, because that's a sticky, disgusting cord energy pattern that me don't like. Me don't like that. Me knows intentions. Me feels. Me sees. Me understands. Much more than me actually really kind of lets on a lot of levels. Because it's me. It's mine. You don't have to explain it to nobody. But me does care, so me does share. But there's certain things that me's not sharing yet because it's not to be shared. Me knows. Me understands when it is the right moments, when it's not. Me goes with that flow. Me follows me intuition. Speaking of following intuitions. Listening to the body. How does the elf follow her intuition? Well, definitely the body. My guts tell me. My guts, death. It's the seat of that. Right in the sacral chakra area. Death. That they don't lie. The voices. Definitely. Internal voices. Me knows the differences between the voices and the levels of the loudness, one could say. Listening to them. Smell. How does my skin feel? Intuition as well. It doesn't like sit and contemplate on a lot of what is it elf is doing. Elf just does. It goes flow. So that helps a lot, because sometimes when we sit and we think about things, we what we call going down the rabbit hole. You dig a foxhole. You can sometimes get yourself buried there, and you miss it. You miss the opportunity. So you be in the flow is to just literally whatever is going on is what's going on. And then just being aware and being witness totally. 99.9% of the time, just witness mode. Not attached to anything that's going on, even if I am having conversations. Just going with what me gets is me returns. But if me feels it's too much of a suckage, and it's a one way, me will excuse myself politely and bounce like Tigger. T-I-double-G. I love my Tiggers. Tiggers are cool. shining and being rad and intuition and building foundations for new community spaces. What else? What else? What else we got in this juice box? Being non-judgmental of self and of all others. Many may say that it's hard to do. It's not that hard, actually. It's quite easy. Shh, it's a secret. First, it starts with self. You don't judge yourself on anything and everything and anything entirely. It's that unconditional, non-judgmentalness of just being. And then it's easier, so much easier in so many ways to do the same for so many others and things. You have a whole new perspective on things, and that's what it is changing your perspective. Rewriting that script. These are things that me keeps on hearing. Well, me says the same thing. He's been saying rewriting programs for 2 years now. 3 years, if you think about it. Maybe even longer than that. I mean, I don't know. Me's already had this vision of this farm community that has the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, the clothes person, everything and anything. They're all there within this community space, and it's a giant farm where everything is accessible, and it's available and accessible for all to go and be, and to either buy wares or to buy food or to be given food, just given, donated, just given, because we have an abundance of it. Having places where people want to, like pop-up stores, I think they call them. Perfect. We could build, a couple buildings just for that, for pop-ups. And it all goes, most of the money and everything, if we were actually even using that by then, but who knows? We don't know. Me not time stamping anything on that. But whatever the currency is at that point, most of it will be going to the people that have the shops there, just enough to sustain that farm, because most of the people on that farm are there because they want to be on that farm, they want to live that kind of life. And he's gonna need lots of people for this, and he's also gonna need lots of people for me ship too. I'm gonna need a crew of 12, and he also is gonna need people to help build this ship, and he knows the technology's already out there now. Now he just needs to find investors. Let me rephrase that. Do you see the camera glitch? That was awesome. Let me rephrase that, as the camera glitched at the same time. Bam, that was awesome. Me is obtaining these things that I just rattled off. Because these things me has already seen. He knows this. Me's being patient. Me's enjoying this patience-ness because me knows pretty soon it's going to be a lot of work. So me's enjoying immensely this vacation. Because me knows what's coming up. We're going to be busy. We're going to be busy, but a good busy, a happy busy, a joyful busy, a playful busy. Definitely. But a lot more doing, a lot more creating. So these things are going to be done. So me's going to need, like I said, I'm going to need a crew of 12 to work on me ship. It can be permanent or it could be just temporaries. He gets it. He gets it. You also can, probably arrange it where, you want to do just like a weekend crew. You want to be a crew for a weekend? Why not? Why not? Well, we can't really teach you how to sail on the weekend, but you get the point. You get the point. You don't have to be just a spectator on the ship. And the ship's going to be very handy because then it brings people back and forth to this beautiful community space. Also brings goods back and forth. Carries cargo as well as people. I know. And cleans the water at the same time? Come on. It's a win-win. Because me winning. Me the game changer. Indeed. Alright, I think I rambled on long enough. Me doesn't know what time it is because me can't see the little tiny numbers on the phone. So, me's gonna end this in a properly good elf-like manner. And say, thank you for your likes. Thank you for your subscribes. Thank you for your comments. Me really does love your comments. Me really, really does. Thank you for just being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you. So much love, like gratitude, appreciation, explanation point of joy. Love y'all. Be well.